Mike, like Mystic Mac. That's what remember Conor McGregor when he used to make predictions about his fights and he'd get them right. That's what he told people to call him. It was a bit of a meme at the time. Yeah, he's not a good dude though, so I probably shouldn't be calling him. But yeah, we do need to focus into the action. Nades wise, it's a lot less crazy this time. Fallen only going for a smoke and a couple of flashes. Kevlar on the rest, I think we had seen 3 of them pick up sets of nades in that previous pistol round, so yeah, not quite as crazy in this one. Issa though, he's going to find that opening kill as they push in. The issue is, he needs a bit of help from his teammates. I was going to say those smokes making things a bit more complicated, but no. Up in heaven, at least they were able to push out and get some vision, and so far the trades have gone the way of OG. A man advantage currently sitting in their favor with Fallen and NAF left to try and finish this one, or we'll try and pull it back at least for Liquid. Oh, and Fallen's heavily committed with that bomb. He's going to need help to get out of here.
That's the big problem. If the bomb was on NAF, they could bail out and try and change up the approach, but it's going to need to be Fallen. They found some tag damage. They need to find a kill at the very least, and that's not going to come through. Oh, they're so low, NBK and Mantu, but it's Valda, the player who still has health to take through the final kill and secure it. Heads couldn't be found.
Overcome whatever comes in this round. I don't even think we're seeing the full buy from Liquid. Or, well, rather the force buy. Nah, not going to go for it. Deagle upgraded on the Liege, but that's it. Everyone else is happy to sit on those Glocks. I guess that just comes from the confidence that Liquid have after how dominant that previous map was. Like, okay, yeah, let's just take an eco here, get our guns out as early as possible, and let's just get back to what we were doing before. And we'll see if that's going to be the case or not. If Elish can get 1 or 2 kills here to make this a costly round as well for OG, that would be the perfect approach. That would be the perfect way, rather, for this to go for Liquid. But it's going to be a tough one. Those footsteps being heard as well. NBK surely knows there's a few players coming around long right now towards him. He does have health back, rather, towards the bomb site. Will he even need it? So far, not really. He's got that first kill. They're actually going to call in pretty much everyone now to come back and see if they can catch him still up close. And, well, yeah, he stuck around, so NBK will be overrun. As I had mentioned, though, there was the support in the back lines, and at least now with Mantu getting 1 back, they have kept that man advantage.
I do like that call, though. Oh, Stewie gets another kill, so we won't talk about that call. We'll talk about the future calls, and he's going to spread the wealth. He's got a deal, says, you know what? I'm fine with that. Take the gun, Fallen. Take the bomb. Let's get this disgusting thing out of my sight. Let me work with my beautiful one-shot edge shot machine. They're going to work their way back down connector. That means pressure's going to be on for Issa. He was good in the pistol. Oh, they actually aren't going to fulfill my prophecy. I guess I'm not a prophet here, Dean. They're going to back up, head back towards the A site. I was going to say he was the only thing between them and a B site bomb plant. So if he fell quickly, it could have been very dangerous indeed. Instead, they're going to bring pressure here. Player in bank, player by Optimus. CB looking to be a transformer. He's been spotted. There's the tags, not the kills, but they've lost Alexi. That means there's only 1 player here. Can't deny the plant. Grim without a gun. He's at least going to get the eagle. And Issa up on the flank will shut them down. Still, the bomb went down. Damage was done. This is a good round for Team Liquid.
Yeah, they put $700 into it, Mike.
Yep.
Easy money back. Mad profits. Just thunks across the board, that was. And
they went with
really complicated.
I was just going to say, they went with a classic strat. They identified the underperforming.
It should at least be considered that they could be trying to group up a few more players to deal with you. But obviously, Liquid, they just done a fantastic job. 3 kills, a bomb plant for $700 investment. And as we mentioned now, that damage being done puts OG in a rough position if they are to lose this opening gun round. And that's not what you want to see after how things went back on Mirage, with them really not finding much success in the gun rounds at all across the board. We are seeing some aggression from OG. I'm liking this. Perhaps a response to not having as many nades as they would want to. Oh, connector though. So yep, Stewie had no idea. Walks right back into NBK backwards, unfortunately. He's going to be given room now to back off towards his teammates on mid, and there's 4 of them positioned here, and it looks like pretty much all of Liquid are going to move in this direction as well, so we're going to have some chaos around mid. And it's working out for Liquid overall. Yeah, it ends up in a 3-on-1 suddenly. That mid defense is torn apart, despite almost the entire force of OG players being in position. It's all on Valda now. I mean, he had a decent performance on the previous map, but this 1-on-3, it might be a bit too much to ask of him unless he catches these players before they can actually make it towards the bomb site. Oh, and yeah, he may be at least able to get 1. No, spotted, never mind. I just keep jinxing everything, Mike.
I was so quick from Fallen, though, to recognize as soon as the flank, as soon as they hit site, because they're not looking behind them. Investment coming in from OG. We've already got an M4 purchased up for Issa. He had a little bit of cash. It doesn't seem like they're going to save anything in the reserve, so they're not going to bother about getting the AWP up, or at least that's not going to be a focal point for them. It's going to be pistols. And I don't know that bodes terribly well. We'll see what OG can do. It's a different map. Reset your mind. MBK.
Yeah, well, you have to hope that's the approach.
Take it, Dean.
Oh, okay. Liege. Yeah, no, I was going to say you have to hope that that's the approach, that they are, of course, able to reset with that experience that they have on pretty much all of the players. And yeah, maybe that's the case. NBK, a man who did really struggle, especially in the early moments of Mirage. I think he picked it up a little bit as things went on. But to see him here actually finding some success, still in an 8K even away from Liquid, it is a good sign. Maybe they can still manage to convert this round as well off of this advantage that they're currently sitting with. But what's the plan for Liquid? They don't have any control around Connector. They don't know what's going on outside of B either. But they are going to move back in that direction. The thing is, it is Alexi B who's already up close with this CZ. If he can even find one kill, then it just gets them that info so early so that they can set up for the hold. And, well, he does better than that. Finds 2 before going down. It's all on Fallen now, and it's a 1-on-3 that I really don't see him having much hope in.
He is battering them. At this point, they're looking tough. Valda tucked in by the barrels. If they identify and kill Fallen, or sorry, Valda, Fallen can maybe get a plant out of this. NBK is still playing around construction. It's going to make it tough. And with the player now pushed down Connector, he will have precious little time to touch this bomb down to concrete. There's the smoke. Valda should be ready for him and actually peek ahead of the smoke. They don't even need him. Instead, he'll just collect the gun. NBK did all the work in this round. 2 big 5-7 kills in Connector. Finds 6. 0 something at one point.
0-6, I think he ended up going before he got that first kill, yeah.
Now, he's already on the board. And that's what we love to see. And he's pacing the team as well. 6-2. Probably leading an ADR as well with 3 assists to chime in alongside that. It's a good look for NBK. And he goes forward. He gets a pick. This is an NBK who wants to take matters into his own hands. Isn't waiting for them to come to him. And this is such a change-up. He's looking like a different player entirely from last map.
Yeah, that's what you need. We mentioned that we did have Mantu and Valda showing some strong moments throughout that map, but they needed the help. And, well, yeah, with NBK showing up and with Valda still delivering as well, it is starting to look a lot better for OG here on the second map. 4-1 lead within reach, and, well, yeah, it's not even Valda who needs to peek back out. Instead, he just tucks away behind the pillar, lets his teammates deal with the 2 stragglers there as they were coming out monster. And now it is Liquid who, again, are looking at the eco. So 5-1 very likely here for OG. Already getting close to the number that they were able to achieve back on Mirage. It just shows you how much better of a time they are having here in the early moments on Overpass. We did say it was a bit of a risky pick for Liquid initially, before actually starting off the first map to come through with this Overpass, just because, as you mentioned, we hadn't seen them play an official on it yet. But we thought, okay, OG don't really play it much. They've only had a couple of games on it, especially then after that first victory. We're like, yeah, okay, this is looking good for Liquid. But I think we do have to kind of consider that again, coming in as their first official here on it. Obviously, with that, I'd imagine they put a lot of time into pracking it, but it's not starting too great for them anyway. Dewey's gone.
Yeah, another opener for NBK. Look at this,
sticking around again. Nah, he's out there now.
Leash.
Oh, Alexi B. This is a bit of an awkward spot against pistols to be stuck alone.
It is tricky, and they're all coming his way as well. Do they clear? No, they don't. But he only gets one. Can't quite turn with the Farmer's fire rate. They're going to collect the bomb out towards long, though. NBK crippling what could have been a fast attack on towards site. But if they walk through the smoke, they might catch him. Is he ready for this? There's 2 players here. He could just mow them down, but he's actually slipped way back towards long. I was worried about a player making his way through here. Now Leash comes to clear, realizes he's not there. Do they check the right direction? They expect him to still be sitting on the bomb. NBK might have actually just outsmarted them entirely by bailing, by withdrawing, by not babysitting that gun and that bomb. Gun's just a pistol, but still. It's been found. Now they've got the C4 back. 35 seconds on the clock. A gun retrieved as well, though with a 7 HP. Elise just wants the one-shot headshot and the movement speed of the Deagle. They're rocking on forward. NBK tucked into the left corner. Player playing by Optimus as well. This should not be a viable setup for Liquid to get past without armor, with their health being what it is, with the utility being what it is. NBK is out! But it's not spotted, and he's able to turn in time. It could have been exposed. Either way, it's a shutdown.
Well, coming through at least in the initial moments with nearly as convincing of a map as we were seeing from Liquid. Obviously, it is still relatively early. We can see this gun round quickly turn things back in favor of Liquid if they take a second, especially off the back of it, because that would then break down OG. They really haven't built up all that much money for themselves. But either way, Liquid, nothing too crazy coming in towards this gun round. The default, leaving one player in connector to hold off any rotates and one outside B to ensure they weren't getting pushed down while the rest focused around mid. But Naf was actually taking some peeks in towards Monster and is punished by Mantu. That is a great opening kill in favor of OG.
Grim clearing up connector. Do have some space now for Liquid, a little bit of map control, but look, 3 players towards the A site for OG. It's well positioned. They're up a player. Everything's really playing to their favor. NBK up close by the bathrooms. Mantu behind him to support. Information known about Team Liquid's positioning. 55 seconds still on the clock. Time to work with here, at least for Liquid. But their utility, it's fast dwindling. Seems like some aggressive placement wants to be taken here. Long control is established, but NBK blinded up or no, he still gets a kill. The trade is there at least this time to keep the numbers in whack at the very least. And these players are working their way down towards the bottom of long, but Alexi B is ready. Doesn't matter. Alexi B is deleted. Mantu got a kill elsewhere. They know where Mantu's position is now, and he's in a tough spot. He doesn't have any cavalry coming. There's support from Jump Up, and they get that kill on Valda. That's incredible. Mantu misses a shot. 18 seconds. They need to get this bomb down, but they will be able to. It can't be denied. Issa is out of position. Now he's in a 1v2. Health isn't there, and they have no idea what his position is. But this is still very winnable for Liquid. There's the spot on the gun barrel. But what was that turn? Fallen! Jesus. Incredible! A what?
That was absolutely nasty. You've got to be a little bit tilted there if you're the one that gets flicked on. I honestly have had the name of the player who got flicked out of my brain. Somehow I just forgot who that was, even coming up through toilets after that. 5-2 though. It was Issa, yeah. Great work. Even just going for that boost over the Scion was an interesting choice. Not something that you're normally going to see in the middle of the high-paced action, but they somehow make it work. It was the shot, though, that was missed by Mantu on Elige as he was dropping down that really opened things up. So, yeah, just great work across the board for Liquid to recover that. And, well, now we're seeing that mid-aggression coming through. We had the 4-man stack around this area before with one focus towards connector and the other 3 up on mid. And, well, they wanted to give it another go here on the side of OG, but losing that initial player now, they may be forced to reconsider the approach to the round. They're actually sending NBK back around towards long there, I believe, to try and help out Mantu. Just as the peaks are about to come in as well from Liquid, so he might be caught in transition. Sorry, it was actually Alexi B who was forward, and, well, he did get a little bit of help to at least allow for the escape to come in, rather, but a kill elsewhere being found for Naf has put them now into a very comfortable 5-on-2. Never mind. Every time I try and put out a number or whatever, the standing changes, and it just seems to be getting better and better for Liquid.
Yeah, someone dies. It's amazing what a round like what Fallen just pulled off can do for a team. It's just a shot in the arm, right? Even the ripple effects are felt beyond that particular round. Mantu's going to try something. He's mollied actually into the angle. He can't go back now. He's going to die if he walks back into that Molotov. He's now committed. Do they have an HE? They don't, but they'll just kill him. That's fine. Mantu can get one. They'll trade it. Bomb's now down. Round is over. Valda needs to save. It's a 1v4. Can't even think about trying to go for this. And the money's not there for OG either. It has been disintegrated. He's going to be the only one with a rifle in the next one, provided that he saves this through. This is dire straits for OG. Building that initial lead. Yes, they still have a cushion of 2 rounds, but they're going to see that evaporate before they know it. It was a nice round for Elige as well. 3 kills. It's funny, a 3K for Elige just feels like business as usual, Dean.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the first time we're getting it from him here on Overpass. So if he can turn that into business as usual in this map specifically, then that's what Liquid want to be seeing from him. Because, yeah, they do, of course, need to keep this going. That one, though, has actually broken the economy of OG finally. Oh, Fallen goes down. They got the off at least, so that's round. The goal will be to try and keep everyone alive, or at least close to that. Try and build up a little bit of economy for themselves. But, I mean, importantly, they've gotten themselves some rounds here. They're grinding out a little bit on the T side. And this is really the least you can ask for here after especially going down 5-1 initially it was. Oh, I like this. Stack around connector, boost the M4 up, hope the pistols can take some focus, maybe even dink up a player or two before they go down themselves, and yeah, see what Valda can get done on the M4. There's no need, though, for Liquid to go too aggressive, so for now, anyway, they are going to be waiting to see if perhaps OG go a bit more aggressive themselves.
Just want Grim Cam right here. I feel like he's poised to catch 3 of these players, although actually as they work their way down the connector, that could be even better. Molly in, there's the peek from Valda. Answer from Stewie using the table as cover, but he didn't expect Issa to pop up there, and things are getting a little bit risky. Grim's collected one. He's looking for more, but no, Grim can get nothing done. This connector fight is turning into a connector crunch. Naf, though, will clean things up. And it's just like, just got a USB. He'll pop open the door. He'll ring the doorbell, and Naf will answer the call. 3 kills for him. And look, they're anti-eco kills, but that was a risky situation. Those are kills that matter to keep them on track. Their economy's not going to be looking good after that one. Way too many bodies lost to a minimal investment, but it's something. And it keeps them on the road to round wins.
Yeah, I mean, they have a little bit of money left over, but it is not enough for a full buy, so they don't really want to be dropping this round here. It's not like it'd be the end of the world or anything. As I said, it's about grinding out these rounds now here on the T side, but still, if they can, they'd like to keep this momentum going. They'd like to have that economy as sturdy as possible in the back pocket for if they do lose a round to be able to just come straight back swinging. Naf, though, he is again outside Monster holding for this. I think it was previously we seen the op, of course, peek in and punish him on that one, so I think he's been a little bit more cautious at least this time with it. But yeah, nothing too crazy. It's Liquid mostly just going for these defaults. Naf early on making noise around B. They always have one in towards Connector who slowly works up so that they can push in, they can crunch in on mid together rather. And yeah, with the setups we've been seeing from OG as well, it makes sense because we've been seeing them really prioritizing that mid aggression. This time, definitely not though. They don't have the nades and I guess they just want to play things a little bit more passively. They also don't have a kit. So if it does come down to a retake, then they're in a lot of trouble.
The change-up was that they played were for a little bit more construction aggression, which, to come to think of it, Liquid's prioritization on B, they don't really do it, right? It's been few and far between. A's your primary.
Not really at all.
B's your afterthought.
They did hit it early on a couple of times, but since then it hasn't been a lot.
They've had some presence. They've had enough that OG can't afford to start rotating off and stacking the other site.
Yeah.
But they definitely want this fight in bathrooms above all else. Now they're taking long control. They've got great positioning. They're going to float a third player up here, a third defender for OG. And NBK is going to work his way into the corner of bathrooms. NBK, it is fair to say, since we gave him a lot of guff for map 1, he's pacing the server right now, I believe, with 12 kills. We'll see where he sits after this round, if he can get anything done. They're going to wrap around, and there's one for NBK. He's looking for more. It's Montu instead to trade it. Grim will clean him out, though, and a couple kills come back the other way. What can he do? Nothing. Dropped by Fallen. Fallen still on the site, but it's up to Valda. Grim in a 1v1 with Alexi B. There's the attempt from Alexi playing around the dice box, and it's a roll of the dice right now to see who's going to take this. Grim creeping out by the bank cart. Does Alexi B realize he's gotten through? Does he think he's just holding on to the bomb? Alexi will have to clear, goes for the jump peek to see if he got out as long. That didn't happen, but there's the check! Alexi working through all the potential scenarios in his mind, and he will come up with the clutch. A big round for Alexi B, and OG will hang on to the lead. We've had a player drop out of the server.
Oh yeah, I was about to point that out. That's a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully.
And all of those positions, if he goes down, make the kit rather tricky to retrieve. So where do they put NBK? Respecting the fact that he has a kit. He's still going to hold long. Alright, they're not going to change things up too much. They're not really going to account for the fact that he has the sole kit. We'll see if that comes back to bite them. He's actually going to go aggressive on long as well. Looking like he wants to go for the pit. He's in towards the corner now. 2 players in the playground. This could be very punishing for OG early. If they lose NBK, they lose access to the kit, and down he goes. That will take so long to get back, so we can effectively consider there to be no kit on the map for OG.
Yeah, basically, they're not going to be finding it there if it's in the haste of the moment of trying to actually get a defuse in. But he did at least do some good damage, rather. Grim and Fallen both being taken down to half or a little bit less, so there is still the opportunity for OG to recover things here. But, I mean, they lack the weapons, they lack the nades. As you said, the kit no longer in a great position, and, well, with that, they've been forced to kind of take a bit of a gamble here, stack it over towards B. Not going to be jumping fully up into the 3-man boost yet. I think they're waiting for a bit of noise maybe to be made first. As they're hearing the steps back up on Banana, though, that seems to be pulling some rotations, rather, back up in this direction. Unfortunately, that's just a bit of a fake. That's exactly what Team Liquid want. They have 3 players ready to burst out Monster any second.
Misread is here. Liquid are into the stack, but can they dismantle it? First kill found. They're looking for more. Issa gonna get one. Now Fallen cannot plant the bomb, but they didn't track him. It's a 2v2, but there's a huge kill from Montu. Stewie gets one, but he's traded. And it is OG who come away. The stack was walked into. The stack worked out. They knocked many matters in horseshoes and hand grenades. You want the round wins. Liquid, not going to have really anything to work with in this round. We did see them come away with 3 kills in a bomb plant, a round they invested 1 deagle into before. But I don't fancy that's going to happen again. I certainly hope for OG's sake it's not going to happen again.
Don't be doing this, Mike. We know how the jinxes go.
Well, if I said it, it can't happen, right? That's how the caster's curse happens. So then
that's what I said earlier, though. I said it, and it still happens. So just don't risk it, you know. But a few pistols, if a bomb plant can go down, at least that would be pretty much the goal here for Liquid. They'll want to be getting at least 2 more rounds here on their T side as well. So yeah, they need to get those guns out, try and grind out another couple more at the very least. Mantu, though, eventually misses his shot. Thankfully had some help from Long. The no-scope not going to connect either.
Oh.
And well, eventually NBK is going to be overrun too. He can't do it all on his own. LeikkeeB with 1 more, and well, yeah, all on the fallen there. He wasn't able to move back in from Long. The bomb was out in the open as well, and yeah.
I think the only concern there was that they didn't get an easy upgrade on the MP9, so LeikkeeB is playing with that gun instead, but he's a player who's always willing to take a hit for his team. It's like, you know what, whatever, we got an SMG, give it to me. It's fine. Take a rifle, it's fine. I'll set you up. Such a nice lad. Always looking out for the team. A selfless player would be the term. Gonna take some control in towards connector. This is Liquid, rather. We're taking the control. Aggression out by construction. This could be punished. LeikkeeB is looking for it. He wants to open the door. He's up on the railing. His toesies are spotted. And those toesies are going to be clipped. And this isn't a manicure I'm talking about. This is bullets from the NAF. Damage done. Information gained as well. There's aggression here in towards construction. You can see these players just looking for it. Looking to punish it from connector. Now they're coming through. Alige is testing some bullets. They're echolocating a lot of these players by the sound of their gunfire. And that's now 3 players, I think, whose position has been relatively identified by Team Liquid. That's a lot of information to go off of.
Yeah, if they catch NBK up closer in the bathrooms especially, there is going to be trouble for OG. They could have probably moved pretty quick off the back of that, but for now anyway, not in too much of a rush. 40 seconds remain in NBK. Okay, he tries to push in, he tries to peek in with the flash radar and see what's going on around mid to get info for him to work with, but he is punished. Thankfully, Mantu back towards the bomb site this time. When he's against the rifles, apparently is much more capable of hitting those shots, at least for the first one. As it's Issa and LeikkeeB who are forced to step up afterwards, and well, they're doing so. They've held on to this A bomb site. Stewie's left alone, and by the time he actually reaches the bomb site, all of those defenders were in place, ready to take him, which is a bit unfortunate. But it's a Liege. You can understand why you want them to have an AK.
The expert call in this round was Alige go kill, and we'll see if he can live up to it. But you're right, it's Alige. This is one of those players who can just tip an entire round on its head. Star power alone. There's that kind of star power on the other side as well, and Valda is going to show us on star power as he takes down Grim early on. He's looking for more. This is just the pistols. They look to rifle elsewhere to do damage, then give the pistols perhaps a path on towards a bomb site. Or just maybe some more guns to find. Sorry, we're going to make some noise outside Monster. Alige, do your thing. Clearing it out. Looks like he wants to take some long control, hoping to isolate a player here. Checking all the spots NBK has been harassing them from. That one out by the tree. Brings his pistol players back behind him. And this is an interesting rotation. Is he just regrouping to jump up, or is he going down? No, he's still in sight. Okay. Mantu thought for a moment he was going to bail on out of there, but it's important that he sticks around. And now they're going to set up towards long. This could be dangerous. We saw NBK get overwhelmed here with a one and done before. Though, to be fair, he has been on fine form ever since. Mantu on site is going to have a lot of responsibility. Here comes the smoke. Here comes the take. On they go. Pistol baiting for the first shot. The molly on the other side, so they got to be careful about how they get around. Fallen takes some damage off of that, and now there are 3 players triangulating their position. Fallen can't get the plant because NBK controls it. How are you going to get back through? Alige boosted up, finds the head of Mantu. They have to fight NBK, and they know it, but they will succeed. At what cost, though? At what cost? Alige next to drop. Only 2 kills in the round. No hope of a bomb plant. And now the last round of the half.
Yeah, this is a must-win. Strong hold there. I mean, there's not a lot to really add to that one. OG just hanging on tight when it's needed. Great work between the crossfires. Good call for NBK to move back up as well. They just had a strong setup to deal with what was thrown at them. But obviously that wasn't the full buy. It was just the one hero AK and a few pistols around it. They do even still manage to get the op in play here as well for Fallen, with that being given over to him. And I believe he probably gave the AK back and just bought body armor. So it's a strong buy. There is a chance here for Liquid, and a 5th round would be a fantastic addition to the current scoreline. Give them that little bit of extra room. Some good damage there. I believe that was the wallbang from Fallen that came through, but it got returned on him, unfortunately. And Grim as well taken down low. OG, in the space of 2 seconds, managed to pick up 3 instantaneous frags. And suddenly Liquid are left with no hope in this round at all. This is going to be an 11-4 half for OG. Pretty much confirmed. Unless Fallen and the Liege just go absolutely huge. And I mean, yeah, maybe I shouldn't doubt them. Fallen's already given us the first kill, and we already mentioned the Liege, what he's capable of. Let's see. It needs to be miraculous at this point. They're both so split up, though. That's what I don't like to see. A little bit unfortunate.
I think they're trying to draw focus towards the AWP and see if Alish can do it. These 2 players, they have the potential. Montu is zeroed in on Alish's position, though. As he comes around, he should be a dead man. Fallen gets another kill. That might distract. But no, Montu has a leash. That should be the round done. They've got the bomb position. Fallen, he's looking for this peek. And there's the peek, but Montu's a little quicker on the trigger. Pulling him into it. All right, we're back into the second half here. Getting the game underway. OG and Team Liquid. OG up substantially, 11-4. Our second map of the series, Team Liquid up 1-0 in said series, having dominated on Mirage. But looks like the shoe's on the other foot now. Multiple players in towards the connector, and they're looking to potentially get caught. But as they say that, Liquid will pull back. They've got aggressive control in towards the playground, and there are players coming out there late. But look at all this space. Now the hit comes through. Damage done. These players from connector have to withdraw to fight this. And they do damage. Liquid's going to get overwhelmed. No, the answer is a big ol' no. They do damage, just no kills. No heads collected here, Dane.
No, unfortunately not. It's the 2 players who didn't have Kevlar as well that do get tagged down. So I was going to say, if there's anyone you want to be taking damage, it is those 2. An eventual trade does come in from Stewie, but it's him and Naf now who need to single-handedly win this round. And I mean, Naf is putting up a case for it for sure. Finding 2 kills, Stewie with a spin around, and that got way too close right there for Valde. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It can be pretty difficult to shoot people in the back of the head sometimes, especially when they spin like that. The issue is, Liquid, they'll lose that pistol, and now they're down 12-4. They're coming in for the force buy. If this doesn't work out, though, it's going to be 14-4 before they get a chance at an actual gun round. And yeah, it's just looking incredibly out of hand at that point. It already is right now, sure. So this force buy is a must-win. It's just the flip situation, really, to what we've seen back on Mirage. It looks like each team here is just so much better on their opponent's map pick. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's how it's going down at the moment, Mike. Look at this buy. There's an MP7 alongside the 2 MAC-10s. Pushing towards B, and, well, that works out pretty well.
It certainly does. It's not something you see very often. They're rotating 3 players down quickly. It is going to be a full 5-on-5 retake. Again, not something you see very... Never mind. What? Naf gets boosted over on construction. Says, no bomb plan for you. Not today. He's almost taking a second as well. He's just doing it himself. BK making that 7 work for him. Trades are here. It's a 3-on-3, and Naf continues to deal damage. No one told him about the up nerf. He's just been playing with it for years, and now it's all on NBK, and he cannot hang on. The SMGs are enough. 3 players survive. The defuse is here. And Team Liquid pull off a majorly upsetting round.
Yeah, that was a smooth one. Wow. Fantastic work from Naf on short. And obviously Grim then, as he moves in, ends up picking up 3 of those kills on the retake. I said it was a must-win force buy from Liquid, and they give it to me. They heard me loud and clear. And, well, yeah, it gives them the lifeline. They shouldn't have a lot of resistance in this one. Honestly, with the current scoreline OG have, they could just afford to take that 1 eco and then come out with a decent buy for themselves to try and get going with the guns as early as possible. But that was a long sentence, so by the time I finish it, they've already made their decision. They've decided to just go in with what they can afford. An AK, a Scout, and, well, a couple of Deagles alongside that Tech 9, so a nice variety of weaponry. That's not really what you're looking for. Decent nade as well. They're doing a small bit of damage onto Issa. It's not a lot, but when you're already lacking the weaponry, every bit of health really does matter.
That it does. Now, where do they go next? On up the connector. The AK not quite leading the way. Valda is the point man with the deagle. And then you got the AK to swing in afterwards in the hands of NBK. On the other side, Fallen. Right by the brackets. This is going to be tough with the MP7. No one to support. He's going to take one. No more. You'd hope for two in that situation. He did a bit of damage onto NBK, but that's what they'll have to settle for. This is kind of an awkward position. What is that? A leash out towards long. He's got a player coming along late, and he's going to be pressured from the site itself. He's got to pick a direction. I think there must be a smoke down. He actually goes back to clear out Issa. So now they know a flank could be on. They have to contend with long as a spot. This bomb will be planted, but they're down in the numbers. Montu goes to clear the flank in case he's wrapping through bathrooms. A hit on site, though. There's the trade. There's the kill from Alige, and now it's all on Montu. Has the scout to try and patrol the bomb. But it's smoked off, and they're just not going to go for the defuse. Never mind, Stewie pulls off of it to confirm the kill. Nice shot. Looked like he was zeroed in. The smoke starts to fade and just casually pivots and drops a shot right between the...
11th round now being added off the back of this one. Maybe a couple pistols upgraded for OG, but so far anyway, only bothering with... I was going to say a deagle and a P250. Eventually, Issa decides he wants to pull out a little bit as well. So, yeah, there's a chance for maybe a few kills to come in, but Liquid, they will want to try and make this a clean one. And then suddenly, if they manage to get that first gun round as well, I think we could potentially still have a game on our hand. We've seen what they were capable of doing once they got going back on Mirage. And, I mean, this is the exact same team. It's just, they're just an hour older. That's it. So I don't think OG should be underestimating them at any point.
No, certainly not. The hour is all the difference between the wisdom. You know, say... I was going to try and connect that to H before beauty. That doesn't make any sense. Let's just talk about the round. They're taking fountain control. It's a very passive hold from Team Liquid. They are far back. We don't have anyone in connector. We don't have anyone in construction. We don't have anyone out towards long. They're playing the sites. They're seeing the sites. Exploring the sites. No tour guide. It's actually amazing to me.
Well, I mean,
how little
CSGO is the only place you can do it right now.
There you go.
No sightseeing anywhere else, man.
There's GeoGuessr. Google Earth.
Geo, like CSGO guesser? What are you talking about?
Oh.
You need to make that.
That's just
you guess random parts of the map.
maps.
They give you a bit of a texture. Nice shot by Issa. Okay. It's a one dig that comes forward. A Liege, he does want to peek back in and hopefully keep them at bay for an extra few seconds to allow those rotates to come up. And with the AUG, that's what you want. He didn't want to allow them to close into distance. But he does begin to struggle a little bit. And as you see Naf rotating in towards the bomb site in the open, he gets caught with only a single frag as well. This is way too close for Liquid. It does seem like they should be able to come out on top of it now, at least in the 2-on-1, but some fantastic damage was done there from OG, coming out with 3 kills, and, well, only some pistols actually being invested into.
They would have loved to plant there, but yeah, that was very expensive and scary for Liquid. Unnecessarily close, and an uncharacteristic round for the Liege as well, where struggled to corral a spray. That's just not a sentence you say very often. We are going to have a full investment, no problems there, no stumbling blocks in terms of what they're able to bring into this round for Liquid. And it's just a 5-round deficit, so they can win this against a full buy for OG. They can completely forget about stumbling at all against the pistols. Who cares? Now we got to see what they can do. Aggression out towards Fountain early, and that's going to send a player hurtling back. That is Liege. Back and out towards site. A little bit of tag damage. I think that was probably a nade dropped. Makes sense, as Alicia is quite low on utility already, just down to a single smoke. Has support out towards long in the form of Fallen with that AWP. But that's not a lot for him. Smoke gonna go up, provide a bit of cover. There's the spot. He knows there's one forward. They need to call up the rotations, and indeed they are. NBK, though, gonna clear out Fallen. There needs to be a trade here, and Alicia isn't able to find it for too long. Finally takes one, but NBK's wrapped in dice box, and he is just dropping bodies. Naf! What a recovery. He looked like he was done for. Keeps it to a 3-on-3, and there is utility here to facilitate a retake. But they need to get going on it. Ollie to force Alexi V out of that angle, but he'll fall back. Straight into the crosshair of Naf, who punishes him. Now on to Valda and Montu. One molly available for Montu. That'll go out, but there is a smoke to counter it, and the smoke goes down. They're going to get on the defuse. They're going to start to pressure on Grim. Wants this fight. Grim won't take it. A spray down from Montu that takes 2. Valda chiming in for one more, and OG. And
then before Liquid are able to get the guns out again. So, yeah, it's not a great position to be in, but yeah, great hold on the afterplant, especially there from OG. 1 M4, 3 Digs, and a UMP. What are we thinking, Mike? Can they get this one done? Because this is really the lifeline that they're going to need.
We're thinking it's going to be rough. We're thinking it's going to be majorly
I feel like every
rough,
time we
but it's-
question these force buys, though, they manage to win them.
Look, desperation is a heady cologne, but sometimes it's just a little bit of desperation is what you need. Lee's just going to try for it.
Oh.
In towards
Good time to
connector, he
back away,
evades the Molotovs. I do like that. They're going to start to come through. If he takes one, the second may just follow. It's one of those angles. You just feel that little tingling at the back of your head that says, that's possible. It's not possible. Never mind. Shut down, deleted, destroyed. Alexi B will eliminate that position and move on forward. Now it's just Fallen that he has to hurdle to get on towards the site. Now, I will say, Naf with the UMP, we saw him do some crazy stuff in the second round force buy. That apparently gets a buff when it's in Naf's hands. What can he do with it? Fallen up close by the brackets. Knows there's a player just on the other side. Oh, good shot. Fallen with the hand cannon. The smoke fades, though, and he has withdrawn. Disappeared like Batman in a cloud of smoke. But he's all alone, and they're wrapping him from long. He's done for. It's just a matter of time. He gets one more out of this. That's incredible! Fallen doing more! Almost a third! He has made this possible for his team in a situation that should have been hopeless. Can Team Liquid capitalize? Naf certainly can. Bomb denied. He'll lose his life. That's information on Montu's position. Take a deep breath here, OG. 10 seconds. You got to get this bomb down right now by the dice box, and here they come through. That's going to be the check, but Montu will hold the line, protect his teammate, and secure the round. That was far too close for comfort, but this close to the finish, that's all you need.
Yeah, just a bit too far apart there, even as they were moving in through the smoke. If they had have tried to move in a little bit more side by side, perhaps, just to ensure that they could both be basically open to the same angles to ensure the trades, then maybe they would have got that return. But yeah, it was a tough time. Good cover from Mantu to allow his teammate to just go ahead and stick the plant, and in the end it wasn't even needed with those kills being found. It's a scout and 4 USPs. It's just the one hero scout. You don't see this too often. To be fair, if NAF can tag like 3 to 4 players, suddenly it becomes a very, very winnable round for Liquid, because even then the USPs can do some serious damage to get those finishes. But I mean, what are the chances of that? Oh, and it looks like Grim's going to be caught early on. Sometimes you overlook that angle, but no, Valde did not. Flash in, clears it out, takes off the head of Grim, and they know they're up against just the pistols anyway, at least based on that one. The scout obviously is yet to be spotted, so maybe it could catch some players off guard, but considering they've already got a bit of an advantage as well. Yeah, I mean, they've actually left the bomb behind. This is an issue. You look at the bomb, though. They have to come back and get it. And yeah, now it actually becomes dangerous. There's an AK also in the hands of the Liege.
This is here on the flank. This should be fine. He's going to work his way back through. They're not expecting this at all. He just waited and gone, but no, that spray's so awkward. Naf had an opportunity, but couldn't quite find it. Issa does zero it in, and that's going to be map point. Gets denied. It's map point.
Yeah, 8 chances for OG to actually put an end to it as well. So it's going to be a while before Liquid can really start saying that they're back into this game, even if they start picking up some rounds now. They do look to maybe go a bit aggressive. Now, Ali's just going to chill around the rock. Not quite as aggressive as NBK was looking to be the majority of the time. It's over on B already. We've actually seen a kill coming in. It is in favor of Liquid, as well as it's Grim who shuts down Valde, trying to be a little bit more aggressive on short. Was trying to, I guess, catch some of those players just out of position with a quick play. Doesn't work out, though, and he also didn't have anyone ready for the trade. But here we go. Elige looking like he's going to be tested over on long. If a flash comes through, he could be in trouble, but they also have the op positioned up high in the back. So what can be done? Mantu, he finds it. Immediately just backs away, realizing that there very likely is a second player here to help. And as they re-peek in, the flash goes over to ensure Fallen is going to have no vision. That's a worthwhile position now, the 1-for-1 that they've had overall. This is actually pretty good for OG, and, well, it gets better. Fallen caught off guard at the sign. And then immediately Naf, as he tries to swing in for the trade, is punished by that second player who was already posted up on the bomb site. This round's done, and with that, it looks like we are going to be needing a third map, unless Grim and Stewie... I don't even know what they need here. This is more than a miracle.
Certainly. It's beginning to look a lot like Nuke, and that's where we're headed next, is OG match the scoreline that Liquid did to them. Shut it down, corral it, control it, and bring us through